Why
Well,
didn't people talk?
hello everybody. Welcome to the Dig Up podcast pilot episode. I don't know what I'm doing right now. We're just trying it out. Yeah. So welcome to the show. It is technically Mother's Day or post Mother's Day. Hopefully your mother is happy with you. Otherwise, you're probably getting disowned and thrown into the river. It's fine. Maybe you're gonna be like Moses, and your parents will be like, "He gonna die. We're gonna put him in the river." You know what I'm saying? Anyways, how's it going, Andy?
I'm doing good.
Great input, for sure. I'm
Exactly.
sure they didn't send you down the river.
I don't want to get stuck down a river.
But
Rivers are
do you
scary,
want to be
yo.
in a van down by the river? No, that's the question.
Oh
Also,
God, a van? You're talking about a van? I
yeah,
don't want to go into no creepy ass
in a
van.
van down by the river. Okay, that's a bad impersonation. Okay, bad impersonation. Anyways,
With be and the chopper.
no, no.
Oh God.
Well, this is the perfect pilot episode. But
What a
anyways,
great pilot.
yeah, sure. Um, but to be honest, screw it, because everybody talks about it. We're gonna talk about Avengers spoilers because they're fun. They're fun. Anyways, so I watched a video on GameSpot yesterday, in particular, that I thought was pretty interesting. And basically, in this video, they described every single timeline that was created by the movie. So
All right.
there's one timeline where Loki gets a stone and he just disappears. So there's a Loki that's rogue in 2012, right?
Yeah.
Given. There is also a timeline where Thanos and Gamora and evil version Nebula don't exist in 2015.
Yeah.
What's his name that's on the Star Command or whatever? The Kree Star Command, whatever the hell they're called. That one dude that was chasing down Star-Lord is now going to find Star-Lord knocked out on the floor without the gem either. That's another timeline. So that
That was
means,
a hilarious smack on the face.
yeah, so
I gotta
that
say.
whole bit, that means Guardians is not going to happen. Guardians 2 is not going to happen. Then there's the whole bit where now that Thanos is missing, that means Infinity War is not going to happen in that timeline.
Well, yeah, in those timelines,
Yeah.
because the other timeline already happened.
And then there's the timeline now that let me see, hang on. There was another one I thought of. Oh, so there's a weird one where because it went to 1970
Yeah.
and Pym retired from Shield. I don't remember. I think it was like 89 or something because he thought that they were stealing from him.
Yeah.
So they went in back in time, and when they were there, they're like, "We're gonna steal some Pym stuff." They stole it.
Yeah.
So now he's gonna retire even sooner, which might throw the whole Ant-Man universe into the trash can for that universe as well.
Man, they really screwed up that universe, those universes.
I mean, there's so many different timelines now, and then there's the obvious one where Cap lives his life with Peggy, that's a great timeline for him. But
Yeah,
now
but
there's another Cap that's frozen.
that kind of filled into the regular timeline
But
too.
yeah, true. But that also means that Agent Carter does not happen because she just hangs out with Cap all the time. And they go read the
Yeah.
Daily Funnies, read Garfield when it first came out, etc.
Hmm.
But yeah, and then there's just like so many different things where they just like I don't know. I mean, the jokes in the final battle were great, but it was just so just oddball with all these different timelines that they're gonna have to deal with now. Because for example, there was one more I just remembered. There's one more where Cap now knows that Bucky's alive before Winter Soldier happens.
Yeah.
Cap knows Bucky's alive. Cap fought himself, which is that's just, he fought himself, and then what was it? So that means Winter Soldier might not happen, but Cap 3 could still happen.
This is the problem with
Yeah,
time travel. Even
exactly.
if you
It's
try
all
and do
crazy.
it, if you try and do it right, it still doesn't come out
And then
right.
there's a possibility that what if um, Tony's dad or Howard realized that he was talking to his son, because then that's another whole loop. But yeah, it's
That's
all
gonna be
fun.
some weird stuff.
That
Well,
now
well, that-
that's chaos theory.
But what about when Captain America fought himself and
Yeah, well,
knocked
that's what I was
himself
saying.
out?
Yeah, he fought himself. He knocked himself out after telling himself that Bucky's alive.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's
Like,
it's I don't know. Avengers. Also, my biggest qualm with the entire movie, because this is like kind of a spoiler cast of the whole movie. I did not at all like how Hulk was underutilized. I understand that they were trying to make Hulk, more like
um,
Banner, so he's intelligent and he's calm, but he needs to rage a little bit. He didn't do anything. He like threw a car and was like being a wuss
I
about it.
mean, he
You know.
did go and threw like a car and like smashed the car in.
Like
That's all you need, I guess. I don't know. It
yeah,
was kind of weird just seeing Hulk like super chill and looking like Banner too. Like,
yeah. It was really weird seeing Mark Ruffalo's face on Hulk. Like
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
actually
just like,
Mark
hey,
Ruffalo's
I'm
face.
the Hulk. Look at me. Want a selfie?
Yeah, exactly. He's like, hey, you guys want a picture with Ant Man? Oh,
Oh, my-
rude. But yeah, it was
oh,
weird because I am one of the people that I need to make it better next time around with the Avengers universe movies start happening again, starting with Spider-Man.
yeah.
Um, I'm really bad about seeing movies when they come out, and sometimes I wait years to see them. Endgame is the only one I saw within like the first week of it coming out.
I mean, sometimes it's nicer to see it
I
like
know it's
on your
nicer to
own.
see it later, but like at the same time, if Endgame's a movie, you have to
Like,
be like boom, boom,
like
boom,
for
boom, boom, boom.
instance, if you go in, like when I went to see the movie in theaters,
Yeah,
it was at certain points people were just like clapping and yelling, so it gets sometimes annoying,
yeah,
you know. So sometimes it's like, hey, I just want to watch this movie like on my own and just actually hear it.
yeah. Well, you're right. I think that it'll be interesting to see what they do with the universe now that the Mysterio is either trolling Spider-Man or serious about a multiverse.
The thing is,
I don't
Mysterio
know.
is supposed to be a villain, so I'm sure
Yeah, I
he's just
know.
messing with Spider-Man, and he's gonna be like, haha, I'm actually blah blah blah, I'm gonna kill you
I'm actually Uncle
now.
Ben. Time to die.
Ben.
And then they finally have the origin cutscene for Spider-Man, and it's a Vietnam flashback kind of thing. Yeah.
But oh my god, I just gotta find that the picture of Tobey Maguire just like crying. It's like
Oh.
Ben.
So,
It just turns into Tobey Maguire and he's just like Ben.
have you ever
That's stupid.
actually? I mean, speaking of just general stuff and whatever, I are you at all excited for what they're gonna do with Jurassic World 3? Because I mean, I am.
I
I don't know.
haven't heard anything about Jurassic World 3 other
So
than
I
that
mean,
end of the movie, which was like dinosaurs in on the mainland.
well, yeah, that's what they're pretty much doing. But what
Which
bothers me is the fact that the trailers were like the dinosaurs are out, and I was like, oh man, here we go. The end of the movie's gonna be, you know what I mean, or the middle of the movie's gonna be great, and then not till the very last second or the end those end cutscenes, like they revealed the end of the
yeah,
movie in all the trailers. It was like
and
Universal, you're
that's just
just
like
doing some
bam,
bullshit.
here's Las Vegas stuff.
Yeah, dude. Okay, we don't talk. I don't know what Universal's problem is. Marvel, they're like, here's a good cutscene. Universal's like, you see,
Wait,
there's a little bird over there in Vegas. The end. Like, what? What? I could give a shit less if there's a pterodactyl in
also
Vegas or not.
no hybrids.
Yeah, I mean, well, it depends on if they have a Ford Flex in the movie or not, so let's be honest. That was a horrible car joke.
I mean,
But,
unless you want to think of Blue being a hybrid because of the fact that Blue has T-Rex in her now or something like that.
I see that's
So
going to
that's like
be a complication in the next movie because they don't. I don't know if they're actually going to elaborate. Jesus, Jesus Christ, cat. What are you doing up there, man? You find some chicken? Okay. Okay. Alright. Uh, Anyways, so basically, I mean, crazy ass stuff going on there. But to be honest, I'm excited that there are rumors that Ellie Sadler and Alan Grant are coming back, at least for cameos.
Ooh.
So,
I need more Ian Malcolm. Everybody needs more
I
Ian
mean,
Malcolm.
yeah, I mean, even Ian Malcolm needs more Ian Malcolm. Have you seen his, what was it, Jurassic World Evolution
Yeah,
interview
I
where he
have
was
it.
doing voice, what was it, video game voice lines? That was great.
But
But,
Jurassic World Evolution is awesome. And I love
I mean,
how he actually reprised his role
see,
instead of getting someone.
I definitely agree with that simply because it's nice to see him take it that seriously.
Yeah,
I mean, I know he obviously is getting the money because he's Jeff Goldblum
yeah.
for crying out loud, and that's one of his biggest roles ever. But it's cool to see him that passionate about it. I hate when people are only about the checks.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean,
Um,
you can tell when characters are made to somebody's own. For example, Hugh Jackman is Wolverine, Iron Man, which is Robert Downey. Um,
yep.
I mean, really, all of the original Phase MCU characters, every one of them were on the dot, except for, I will say, when they first did Thor, Hemsworth with the blonde eyebrows was horrible. I don't know what they were thinking. His bleached eyebrows were hideous, and they never should do that again. But
Uh,
now he's chubby, weird, Big Lebowski Thor. So
he's the Big
whatever.
Lebowski
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
He's with the Guardians now.
Yeah, I saw a meme that was based on that movie, and he goes, "Well, that's just like your opinion, man." And I was like, "All right."
It was all because of Noob Master, man. The real
Uh,
villain in the entire MCU.
no, I saw a meme that was it was Captain America going, "Heads up, he's here," and then it showed Noob Master 69, so it was a Fortnite like avatar standing outside of the portal. I was like, "All right."
I swear I saw that.
Yeah,
I think he sent it.
no, it's bad.
Oh, I love that whole thing. Just that whole part of the movie was just ridiculous. It's like, hey, this guy calling me a dickhead.
Exactly. I know.
Just playing Fortnite. Oh, God.
Oh, I almost messed with that. Right now, our screen is still the background for Fallen Kingdom. I'll have to figure that out later, but I just kind of want to like do this and then like throw it up on the tube maybe, and then listen to it later and see if I like it and edit it maybe a little bit more. But
Das Tube.
yes, Das Tube. I'm going to experiment and throw it up there. But yes, I'm very excited, and we have plenty of stuff. I will say though that I really need to get back into watching television shows because there's a lot of shows, like for example Game of Thrones, that I have not watched an episode of.
Game of Thrones. At least my cousin and my brother have been telling me that it's last season's not that great. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I heard it was pretty bad. But I mean, I think the last show that I've watched was like actual television show was probably, I mean, anime counts, but like it's not live action. So I would say the
Yeah.
last live action television show I've watched is probably Blacklist, but I can't really. I think I'm like episode 2 of that, and I didn't even finish that episode, unfortunately. So I need to get back on that. But I don't know, man. I'm really looking
I used.
forward to this new, and I'm gonna keep this podcast as kind of a news thing for my channel as well. I will be soon. Crazy announcement I've probably made about a billion times at this point, but starting tomorrow, I will be doing a horror week, and then I will figure out the themes as I go. But a horror week for sure, starting tomorrow. It'll be fun. Get ready.
I
I
got
don't
a,
know a game yet, but we'll figure it out.
I got a couple of old games that I used to play back when I was a kid. They're horror games. I could probably send them to you.
It's okay. I will find some, or I'll just play ones that I have installed my PS4 on my Xbox. Like the Evil Within, for
Yeah.
example, I could play. I mean, I don't. The problem with a game like that though is it's so long. I don't know. I might just have to look for like an indie, or like skim through Outlast for that week maybe. Because Outlast is pretty easy to beat in like 1 or 2 streams. Probably one
Yeah.
though, because it's such an easy game once you figure out the pattern to it. But I hate Chris. That guy Chris, dude. Little pig. And he's just like
What?
when he finds you, dude. Oh my god.
Oh god.
Little pig. He's just literally him. Little pig. And then there's the other guy, this priest, who's like, "Oh, you're a witness, or you're a prophet." It's like, stop, stop.
Oh yeah. I also thought about this. You could also play Amnesia.
Um, I could play Machine for Pigs. I have not beaten it yet.
I mean, I don't know how long the game is though.
Yeah, that's the thing. The problem with a horror week is I don't. I mean, I do have Silent Hill too. Maybe I'll play that, but I
Thing is,
don't.
a lot of horror games are just really, really long. Like, you
Yes.
gotta be committed.
Yeah, that's a problem, dude. I need to play a horror game that doesn't necessarily have commitment. That's not an asymmetrical horror game.
I got it, Left 4 Dead.
No, I already beat that. Rip. I mean, I didn't beat it for stream, so I guess technically, but like at the same time, it's too much. I feel like it's too much of an action game than a horror game. Like the witches can be kind of creepy, but that's about it.
Uh, yeah.
Now, I mean, I could see like a really old Resident Evil game, like 0 or 1 or 7 even.
Original 2.
Seven's creepy. I'd give 7 a horror game. And technically, I don't think my YouTube channel has a finished Let's Play of Resident Evil 7 at all. So there's that. So maybe I'll finally beat that game for my channel. We'll see. But either way, I'm just looking forward to it because I love horror games. I play them about as much as I play shooters, which is a lot. Actually, no, I just remembered. Next week the week after the horror week should be a retro week, and then I'll probably do shooters or fighters. But
Oh
we
man,
will see. I know. I'm foaming at the mouth as well. Okay. Okay.
But
I'm
yeah, no,
bad.
for Retro Week, we need to get like one of these, like on PC. We need to get something put together,
I
and then you
mean,
could just play some retro games like
really,
that. Like,
to be honest, we can kind of cheat through some of it because the Sega Genesis classics, those games are all considered retro at this point.
I mean, they should be
They
considered
are.
retro.
Yeah, they are. They are for sure. That's what I'm saying. So like, maybe Sonic
But
1 not so much, but whatever.
Sonic
Um,
1's still retro.
yeah, maybe you're right. But either way, and then maybe what I'll do is I'll have or attempt to have when I do shooter week, I can play different. Like I can play Siege, I can play Call of Duty, I can play like, whatever. I also would love to
Yep.
even develop into a battle royale week, which would be absolute hell because battle royales are so stressful. Stressful, I mean, sorry.
I don't know if that's gonna work out so well.
We'll see, but I'm just telling you right now, it's gonna be brutal. Um, I don't know, but what are you planning to do anything for your Gruntzillas?
I'm trying. I kind of want to put up a video showcasing some things in like some unused stuff in Primal Rage 1, like some
I
unused
mean,
characters
if
and
you
whatnot.
want, I will give you permission to save parts of the VR chat Scooby-Doo stuff.
Oh no, I'm fine with that. I'm fine
Put
with
that on
that.
your channel, it's funny. They'll be like, what? And it'll be like,
To be honest, everybody's gonna be confused if I do
yeah,
that.
no.
It's just gonna be like, what the hell is this?
They'll be like, I came here for fighting games. What is going on?
Where are my fighting games? Yep. But yeah, no, I like my channel the way it is. I love the
No,
fighting.
I think your channel is your niche of gaming, which is nice. Yes, you
Exactly.
put up a few random stuff, but mostly it's PC
Yeah.
oriented, so it's not really out of the box. Like that Spider-Man thing you did. What was it? Movie Maker or Spider-Man
Oh,
comic maker? That was
those
funny.
those are unlisted.
Bum,
Those
bum,
are
bum,
not.
bum. Oh, they're private
Like,
videos. Oh,
yes.
okay. Those,
I'm not
that's
letting
just
those
so
things
funny.
out. Those things belong in the shadows.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I did hide duck frying pan for the longest time. Still a horrible video, and I probably will never post it to my main channel. But yeah, I had a personal YouTube channel, guys, and I have a horrible video of a duck that is talking. His name is Johnny Quacks. Let's just leave it at that.
Thing
But
is,
yeah.
you might not be able to find it.
Anyways,
You might not.
might not. Maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe I don't know. I mean,
But
you did change the channel name, which
I mean, if
kind
people
of
know my
random.
real name, they'll know where it is. But for now, I'm safe. No worries. But
But
I gotta be honest. I'm excited to see where things go, and I'm glad you guys are here for the adventure, including you, Grunzilla94. So it's
yep,
fun.
I'm glad to be here as well.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
I'll try to be along for the ride for quite some time.
I know you do your. I mean, we'll have days where you're doing your school stuff, which makes sense.
Yeah,
But still, it's been fun, even if I play a game that obviously we can't play together because it's single player. That we still hang out, you know.
yeah.
Which is why I
I,
try to hang out when you stream, even though half the time you do it when I'm still at work, unfortunately.
that's the problem with
Yeah.
me. I think it's a lot better to stream on Twitch in the middle of
Mm.
the day instead of at night.
Oh, I know. I
So
my problem is I got an audience at night. You have an audience in the middle of the day.
yeah,
That's our
I mean,
problems.
I could try it at night, but I don't know who's gonna show up at night. Like,
Well, what happened with me in particular is I didn't usually start at 11. I used to start around I think 9 or 10, and then it eventually just centralized around then because I would always end up pushing it back. And now 11 o'clock's pretty solid because even if I'm out hanging out or whatever, I usually get home around 11. Sometimes 12, but usually it's around 11. So,
yeah,
and
uh,
I mean, we'll see for the future. If I ever cut down on days, I know you guys usually expect me to stream all the time, but I may eventually start cutting back just because I want to give more time for editing and, kind of give you guys a better finished product sometimes. Or even just make you compilation videos, because I know you guys would probably watch those. Or at least I would, enough where it would matter. I guess, I don't know. But,
like
it'd be fun. But we'll
like
see.
the compilation vids could be great for like, say,
Well, just
streams can be long.
advertisements, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, like the streams can be long. Maybe somebody just wants to see like something, very specific thing. You could put that in a compilation,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
and
And
you
it
could.
just. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say you could have like your own playlist as well, just for those compilations, and people could just be like, "Oh, I could just watch all these." Like
Yeah, so
maybe catch up
guys,
on
I'm
something.
gonna go through streams that, in particular, I remember were fun because there's some streams that I've done that are absolutely not fun to watch because I rage too much. But I know for a fact there are streams that are really fun to watch, and I will seek them out, especially the VR chat stuff. I know there's certain gems that I'm going to start just ripping apart to get little chunks out of to edit and try to upload. I have another computer somewhere. I'm pretty sure I know where it is. If I find it, I'm gonna bring it with me. I think to work and try to edit it at work. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna kind of try to do, so I can increase my productivity of my channel, even when I'm not, you know, down for going crazy. And just bear with me, guys. I'm pretty. I mean, I know I have a lot of you. Well, not a lot of you, but I still have a decent amount of you guys watching me. Um, Also, that kind of sounds douchey. Anyways, I'm sorry if that sounds douchey. I'm just
No,
saying, I'm building you guys. I'm building you guys as a community, and I just want to keep you guys in the loop better, and I also want to just kind of give you guys better stuff. And if you're like, dude, you're fine, then thanks. But I still want to push myself a little bit more and not get lazy with it. And that really is what you should do in your life in general. I think you should try to push yourself even a little bit, even inch by inch, just to get yourself closer to what you want. it'll work
Yeah,
most of the time.
because it could literally turn something like, say, something that's really small, it could turn it into something a lot bigger if you just put a little bit more, like, just keep putting more and more effort into it.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, you got this giant thing, and you're like, I worked up to this, and, it feels good. It
Well,
really
yeah.
does.
I mean, there was a while, guys, when I think it was around the first time or the year I started YouTube, which was like 2016. I remember around 2015 or 16 when I started. I was just so I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it. I was still building a bunch of you guys. And also, well, before I go on a tangent, I just, I was building it up. I was so new to it. And now I feel like now that I've figured out streaming to YouTube, I like it so much more than uploading, which sucks because uploading is still pretty fun. But I don't know, guys. To be honest, if I can somehow figure out how to do both, it'd be great. But also, just a side note, because I thought about it, I do want to somehow integrate the Batman series back into my channel again. I know you guys were loving that to death, and I don't want to abandon it entirely like I kind of have. And I'm sorry about that. I'm also sorry about the people that have come and gone when I played Smite for a while. I'm going to try to integrate more games that people wanted to see. So if say you come in there and you're enjoying a stream and you like the game, I'm going to try to if I play a different game the next day, I want to come back to the other game. I don't want to abandon it entirely, It's better that
Yeah,
way. But
I understand that.
so I do want to play a bunch of different games, but I also don't want to fuck you guys over. And if that means I can play your game and then play another game in a stream, cool. But I still want to play your game as well. So maybe soon enough I'll have a stream where I start with Batman. So you guys that were like, dude, what happened to Arkham Knight? I can play that Bad Header DLC, cry about it for 2 hours, and then bam, I'm playing Fortnite, and then I'm crying about that. It's pretty fun. That was super
Okay.
sarcastic, but anyways, just you know what I'm saying, guys. And
Um, I'm,
yeah, I
I'm
think it'd be fun.
thinking. I'm thinking. You know how you said you're gonna do this whole week, like theme week?
Yeah,
I was thinking, maybe you could do like a day where it's just like viewer's choice kind of thing, like just one or maybe 2 days, maybe like the weekend or something, where it's just like whatever game people want to see or whatever game you feel like needs to come back, sort of. You could just do
yeah.
that and have Monday through
Um,
Friday be the theme. I don't know. It's just I'm just speculating right now.
or you know what, guys? I know it's gonna be not super fun to watch, but I can have a video where you guys can ask me questions live. Boom. Can ask me questions. You can shoot me anything you want to ask me. You can also shoot me anything you want to any games you want me to play that I possibly might own. Just even just tips. If you have any tips for me as a streamer, I love hearing tips. Though I can be a stubborn piece of shit. Okay. Again, that's super. Okay, that was super bad. Okay, let me
Oh, good.
rewind that. Though I can be very stubborn. Piece of shit. Drop that. Sorry, guys. Um, I'm just saying I can be very stubborn, but I do appreciate any input you guys give me, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So just and I also appreciate those of you that have stuck around even when I play stupid. Okay, why am I saying stupid? Stop saying negative shit. Damn it. Um, even when I play games that can be cringy to some people, I appreciate those of you that have stuck around and just bear with me and just hung out. It's been
That
fun.
that's the thing too. I mean, you
So
as you start streaming and doing all this stuff, you begin to realize the people that that actually care, and
the
that's
loyal
one
people.
awesome thing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's an
Mm-hmm.
awesome thing because then you can become pretty much friends with your viewers at that point. That's how I feel about it. That's how I personally feel about it.
Yeah, I agree. Also, I feel like I'm not trying to necessarily compare to another podcast, but this podcast is so inspirational. I feel like we're Rhett and Link. maybe I'm crazy, but that's what it's sounding like right now. But I mean, this is all just a template. We're just kind of going on
Yeah,
riffing, or what do you call it?
just
We're
going
just
off
kind of
on
riffing, yeah,
random
riffing and going
tangents.
back and forth. But at least we're like
Exactly.
kind of bouncing off each other.
Yeah.
But eventually, we'll finally even just come up with topics in general. But I do also want to do a personal podcast, guys. I'm going to start getting into mythology a little bit more because I've been reading some books, and I also have a Norse mythology book. And if you guys are really, really, really into that, and you're not just it's not just me, I can personally read, finish like read their whole little paragraph they have about each character, and just try to like give you their general history, and maybe even connect the dots that you guys don't know about. Whatever. But I'm gonna try to skim through that. Also, I can, if you guys really want, I've been reading a lot too. I can give you, books you should read or recommend books, whatever. I know it's also kind of a little different for a gaming YouTube, but I really wouldn't mind. I would love to have a podcast that just talked about whatever's going on with me, kind of like how Rooster
Oh yeah.
Teeth does it. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I can see that as like being something. It would be very interesting to watch if you know was like talking about certain things like you said.
yeah.
You know.
hmm I definitely got to work on not like I gotta work on my terminology and stop calling everything stupid because like it's not. I just I just get really, I don't know. It's just really weird.
Oh, oh no,
But mm,
maybe it's just some. I mean, some people will think like that, but like obviously other people not.
yeah.
Say like us. You know what I mean.
hmm
But I don't know. I think it's just the terminology that's just used a lot. I
Yeah, I
guess.
think that's what it is. Well, I think the problem is, I've dated people that weren't necessarily the most supportive of what I like. So
Oh,
subconsciously, I will be like, "Oh, this is just stupid," even though it's not, because I love it. You know what I mean?
oh
And kind of like
yeah,
riff and say it's
yeah.
stupid. But no, a lot of the things I like, I think, are awesome. But also, I'm not going to put people down for their kinks or their whatever they like.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, people like different things for a
Yeah.
reason.
But yes, it is. It's why the world is so interesting. And
Exactly. I mean, I always say this. I'm like, if everybody likes and dislikes everything like that mainstream thinks that everybody likes and dislikes, then the world would be a boring place. It really would be.
well, apparently the whole world hates Sonic, because that was pretty
Not
bad.
not I mean, okay, maybe saw a lot of people do not like the games or something like that,
Mm-mm,
or just the
mm-mm.
character in general. But
No,
but
no,
I
no, no, no.
know, no, I know. I'm
Okay,
getting
go
to
ahead.
it. I'm getting to it. I'm just saying that because I don't know, some people think like that, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I know the movie. The reason why nobody likes it is because Sonic looks like, I don't know. He looks weird.
He looks
Human
like
teeth, weird
um
hedgehog thing. It's wrong. Okay, it's wrong.
he reminds me of the what the hell is it? That weird. He kind of reminds me of that little fuzzy mascot for the Flyers. I forgot what his name is. It's
What?
like a Muzzy or something. It's a really
Muzzy.
creepy ass. The mascot for the Flyers is this like creepy dude with a beard and a hockey jersey with googly eyes.
What the?
I don't know his name for reference, but you guys probably know his name. Yeah, he's horrifying, and Sonic also looks pretty horrifying. I feel like I don't know. I feel like they should have before they put Sonic out. They should have kind of sought, or even put like they should have seen the reactions to the poster being bad. That they should have kind of saw that as a hint, and hopefully not had done all the animations too.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
they.
the thing. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I was gonna say, when the poster came out, they kind of like just brushed it off, like, yeah, you guys don't know what.
Uh,
Hello.
What
Okay.
happened?
I cut out for some reason. Anyways, yeah, people were like, "Oh man, they were like, you don't know what you're talking about. We know what's best for this movie. Blah blah blah." They're being stubborn about it.
Yeah.
That's the problem. They
It,
they had the feedback, but they were like, "Nah, man, it's gonna be good. Trust us." And then it came out, and nobody likes it.
well, I think it is, for some odd reason, Sega is not, besides with the exception of Sonic Mania, Sega is not listening to the fans about what they want to do with Sonic.
You know,
Sega
like,
wants their own way with Sonic, and they want to make it, I guess, more universally kid-friendly or whatever, and it's horrible. And I don't know what
yeah.
happened because they made games like Sonic Colors
I mean,
and
like,
games like
uh,
Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 and Sonic 1 through 3 and a few other ones I can name off the top of my hand or whatever off my head, like Sonic Spinball and Mighty
yeah.
Bean Machine, games that were good Sonic games, and then they just threw it in the trash. I
Then
don't
for
know.
the thing is, it was like, it's good, it's good, it's good. Then after like the Dreamcast, it started going downhill. The next thing you know, you got games like Sonic 06.
Well, yeah, and the problem with it is when you make a or when you outsource, say when you don't have a console anymore, like how Sega didn't have the Dreamcast anymore, so they didn't have a console, and they get to the
Yeah.
point where they have to develop for every little, they're pretty much nickel and diming for every console because they want to still be relevant. I don't, from a marketing standpoint, I don't understand why you wouldn't just do what you're good at. I
But
mean, mm,
the thing is, it's not really Sega themselves, it's Sonic Team. I mean,
oh
you can
yeah,
take a look at like, of course, Atlas, which is owned by Sega, is doing great. I mean, Persona
yeah,
5,
you're
that
right.
was great. And then you have the games like the Yakuza games, which are doing fantastic. It's just Sonic Team is kind of like not doing what they're like supposed to be doing, which is making good games.
Yeah, it's kind of like when it reminds me a lot of Capcom. Capcom has done the same mistakes. What was it? Resident Evil
Mm.
5 was an action horror game, more so action than horror. Still vaguely
Oh yeah.
horror, so it was kind of in the realm.
And then
And then they just went
RE6
full
came out.
on action movie, and people were like, this is not what we wanted. And there's only like maybe 2 chapters out of like 15 that are horror.
I mean, yeah, it's
And
like
it
it's
doesn't
a
make any
good game,
sense.
but it's not like RE6. It's a great game, but
It's
it's not a good Resident Evil game
no,
because
and
it's not Resident Evil.
you don't implement you don't implement survival horror elements in a clearly action game. It does not make any sense.
Exactly.
Like when they're like, "Oh, well, you don't have any ammo. Well, what am I gonna do? Oh, I have to kick people. Oh, well, now I'm out of energy." Like, no, if it's an action game, roll with it.
Keep it action.
If
Yeah,
it's a
just keep
horror
it action.
game, roll with it. But do not try to hybridize that. Hybridize is not a real word. Copyright of
Yeah.
Daniel Quenville, though. I'm keeping that word. Um, but yes, um, just you cannot do that. Do not
No,
try
no.
to conglomerate genres that can go together, but should not in the realm of Resident Evil. Unless it's like a spin-off or something, I could understand that.
Yeah.
But no. But it's, and then there's things that are mistakes Capcom has made, like with, I mean, the fact that they made Street Fighter V entirely exclusive to PC and PS4. I don't think that was a smart decision.
I don't like the fact that from what I've heard, they casualized it to the point where it's like not even fun.
Oh, dude, it's
That's what I've
like
heard.
broken too. It's horrible, and it's almost as bad as Team Ninja's, what was it?
Dead or Alive.
Yeah, Dead or Alive. Their port for next gen is horrible, like Xbox One and PS4. The last gen version, you just put the disc in, you have all the characters, you play the game, and you beat it, whatever.
Yeah.
The other version, you have to buy all the characters. You have to buy the story mode. You have to buy all these. They kept releasing skins for it.
Oh no. You you can buy the whole game, for like $60 or something
But
on
that's what I'm
PS4 and
saying.
whatnot.
But that's what I'm
But the thing
saying.
is, that's
The
that's the uh that's the free-to-play version that came out.
but I know, but that's a rip-off. Like they should have a non $60, like even a $20 version that's just all the main characters, and that's it. Like
Yeah, I can kind of
and
agree with that.
like
One thing that I hate,
I don't know.
especially when it comes to, say, NetherRealm,
Hmm.
with Mortal Kombat, each and every one of them, they're always like, okay, here's a $60 game. Also, here's like a $5 or $10 character, and a $30 combat pack here. Have fun.
Well,
It's like, can't you just put some of that stuff together? Especially like for 11, Shao Kahn. Why is he DLC
that
when he came out
actually
exactly at the same time?
that is that is my biggest qualm with Mortal Kombat. What they've done lately. 9, you get all the basic characters, right?
Yeah, and you have to
10,
unlock the rest.
10 and 11 made the same mistake of making a character that is iconic to the franchise and making them a pre-order bonus.
And the thing is, I mean, I could have seen it like say, oh, you have to unlock this character, but if you pre-ordered it, you haven't unlocked from the start.
Yeah.
Say that would have been better because then everybody could get a chance at that character. They just have to
Yeah.
play like story mode or
I don't
whatever,
like
kind of like
paywalls
MK9.
for characters like Shao Kahn or Goro, in my
Yeah,
opinion. Excuse me, sorry about that. I just, NetherRealm, like, you have your property. Your games are actually still fun. Do not fall into the microtransaction hell that is EA's problem. Stop it.
it's getting to that point. I
It's
swear.
getting to the, yeah, it's
It's
starting to
getting
be an Activision EA kind of problem.
yeah, it's getting to the scary levels of EA on the greed meter,
Well,
sort of.
yeah, and that's another thing I do not, as a Call of Duty fan, I do not like the fact that every little, especially Black Ops 4, great game, I love the game. It was broken when it came out. It's still kind of broken, which is whatever. It's a game it's Call of Duty. It's gonna probably odds are release broken, especially next gen. I
To
don't
be
care about
honest,
that so much. Go ahead.
yeah. I was
Um,
gonna say literally every single game that gets released now is broken.
yeah,
So it's not just COD.
but my issues are is you don't you don't do this like really cheap shoddy um, DLC kind of thing where say you have characters that have been in the franchise or hashing maps that like what was it, 5, they remastered 5, made it classified, and then they made it a,
Mm.
yes, it's a very um, story heavy map, it's very important to the current timeline, but they should not have made it a map that is exclusive to the season pass. I think
Ew.
classified within the Black Ops pass is a rude move, especially because 5 was free on Black Ops 1.
Yeah, that's awful. That's another thing I don't like is the whole season passes, especially
Yeah.
when it's like the game just came out. Oh yeah, here's the season pass.
Oh,
You should get this to get everything.
that was actually a thing I remember hearing about before Arkham Knight came out. They were announcing the Arkham Pass or whatever the hell.
The thing is, it's like they do have everything planned. It's like, okay, we're gonna release the $60 game here, and then we're gonna also release this 30, $20, $40, whatever season pass that's gonna have all this planned
Yeah,
planned stuff, but they probably already worked on some of it already. So
that's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know,
Um,
but you know what I mean.
yeah. Well, like that is exactly why I don't. I mean, unless it's like a franchise that I really want to play day one, I don't usually pre-order a game that's $60 anymore. I don't pre-order anything actually lately, except for Resident
That,
Evil and Call of Duty. I have not pre-ordered anything,
that's good. I mean,
and I don't. I mean, the older I get, I don't see $60 as a price that's legitimate for any video games lately. I don't.
The problem is the reason why you think that way is because, like I said, every game is kind of being released buggy, broken, unfinished. I
Yeah.
mean, it's getting to the point where you feel ripped off for your 60,
Yeah.
and I can
Also,
agree with that.
quick question. When I hit the test widget record, does that mean still recorded or no?
Wait, what?
I hit the test widget, I hit record. Does that mean it's still recording?
I have no idea.
That's gonna
Guess
suck, because it's
I
almost an
guess we'll
hour.
find out.
I hope so. But otherwise, I mean, we did fine today. As a even
Yeah.
just a template. But I'm just I think the game developers need to realize that they need to lower the prices if they want consumers to continue to buy things day one,
Or getting their shit together and
or
actually
getting
releasing
yeah,
a complete
or
game.
making a game that is completely stable on day one.
Exactly.
Because to be honest, I've noticed more indie games not only have more passion around them, but also release half less broken than a $30 or $60 game.
Exactly. Like,
So
they should just think of it like they just have this mindset where patches should be like the last resort
yeah,
instead of being something that is
not
required.
that's actually I think most games that come out now are oh well, here's our day one patch. It's about 5 GB.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because the game releases
yeah,
like half broken.
garbage.
If you're not connected online, you don't get the game like in
I
the state that
think
you want it.
Unity was the first game that kind of blew the whistle on the broken games coming out.
Huh. What was it
Like,
called?
I mean, Assassin's Creed Unity.
Oh, okay.
For sure. Like, you know
Oh,
how people's
yeah,
faces were, like, glitched out and they had eyeballs
right.
sticking out of
They're
them and
just like
shit?
floating eyeballs
Yeah.
and teeth.
Yeah. That was creepy. But, just, yeah. As a gamer, I think they should fix that. And, you know, and it's just, we'll see what happens. I don't
Just
know.
just go back to the old days of the early 2000s.
Just go
Back
back to the
when,
old days of even '92 when a game would, come out for maybe $60 and it would be amazing. Because Sonic, I'm sure, was a hell of a lot worth $60 back in the day.
oh yeah, in 92, you got Sonic 2. I'm sure that was worth it. That was definitely worth it right there.
Yeah, and then like
And then of
I
course,
don't see it, man. I don't know.
and then as like PS2 and stuff, those didn't have really patches, so they still kind of cared what was on the disc, because you can't
Well,
patch
yeah.
that anymore. And then
I
like I said, right when it came to 360 and PS3 and them, patches became like the big thing.
or just even
And then
updates.
yeah,
It started as updates, and then Xbox One and PS4 it was patch, 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 patch.
yeah. I mean like even on PC always had updates and patches, but games still released perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like, okay, there's some games like, for instance, Jurassic Park Trespasser
Yeah.
that came out broken, and it needed a patch to fix a lot of it. Still didn't fix all of it, but those were
Mhm.
some exceptions in the PC back then. But still, games got released complete, and not like how they are now.
Well, I think that will conclude this test episode of the podcast. I mean, we went on a super tangent and complaining about how developers suck. But anyways,
They
thank you
don't suck.
guys.
They just have bad like intentions,
They have bad company
etiquette.
etiquette. Yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the Dig Up podcast. Um, we will eventually have our third host on here, but he's got to get his PC shit together. We will see.
Exactly.
But this is a definite attempt. I don't know what we're gonna do with this, but I think it should sound pretty good if it actually recorded. Cross my
Yeah.
fingers for good luck. Thank you
Um.
guys though so much for listening. It was pretty legit, and we will see you hopefully in the next one.